What is going on, peoples? Uh, Kind of a weird little title today when I talk about this paramedic named Speedy. You might wonder how he got this nickname, and probably can guess how. And I'll tell you this, no one really called him Speedy to his face. But the thing is, while Speedy was an older, sort of a grumpy kind of paramedic, right? A little salty. He knew his stuff. Me at the time, as a young paramedic, I was an EMT for a little bit, but I was starting to get a little bit disheartened about the job at the time. So me and Speedy, we were talking, and I was telling him about my 5-year plan to get out of EMS and maybe be a firefighter or a nurse or a police officer, right? I, of course, like maybe even you, I was worried about, the low pay and a few of these other jobs I was looking at, being a cop entry level or firefighter entry level. Yeah, I was actually going to be making less than I was as a paramedic at the time and with a lot less flexibility than EMS was giving me, right? So the thing is that Speedy got a little miffed when I talked about the 5-year plan. He was like, everybody has this 5-year plan looking to get out of EMS. Then he said something to the tune of EMS is a noble profession and not enough people dedicate themselves. And I'm going to tell you, man, that noble profession comment really hit me. I'm thinking, here's this guy who's been in EMS for 15 plus years, crappy nickname like Speedy that he can't even use. It's not really a cool nickname. But deep down, he still loved the job, right? And in truth, I'm going to tell you, that conversation really did change a lot for me. I started to look at EMS a little bit different, start to understand more about the patients, my skills, diseases, all that stuff, and how to use that increase in knowledge more in what I was doing every day. And what's even more, that I kind of took on Speedy's little attitude of EMS is a noble profession. That simple phrase, really, guys, it's followed me throughout my EMS career. And a lot of times I tell the new people coming up the same thing when they start chiming away about being a firefighter or being a nurse, and that EMS is just temporary, right? That's a whole nother story I want to get into. But I get it. Low pay, not a lot of career options, right? Stuff like that. And I guess when you think about it, nobility, it has a price in that sense. But honestly, if you change your outlook just a bit, like Speedy had me do, you're going to find that you might love this EMS thing just a little bit more. Back then when I was reading up on patients and skills and all that stuff, I had to use a textbook. I had to use a big, thick textbook to read or a study guide. But luckily for you, unlike me and Speedy and all, you don't have to do that, right? Everything for you is online. And one of those things, of course, is why I developed paramedic back in the day. And so one of the things that clicked to me was because of that, right? And that can help you, of course, move your knowledge needle just a little bit. You can be a free member at the free level by going to myparamedic.com and get in at the entry free level there, okay? And kind of add to your EMS nobility just a little bit. Now, if you've been following me for a little bit, it's not obvious. My 5-year plan went bye-bye. Now I'm maybe 30 years into EMS, and I still believe it is a noble profession. And I didn't become a nurse, but I did add firefighter to my resume. And I also decided about 15 years ago that I wanted to stop preaching to other providers about being better in EMS and actually start helping them. That's why I decided to go ahead and do paramedic. Actually, it started with a small pocket field guide that I used to create, then it added to practice exams, and then eventually paramedic, which is originally was a CD-ROM, then a DVD, and now it's grown so big, the content is so much inside paramedic that I had to put everything online. And I'm going to tell you just one end real quick here, guys, that every time that I post new content in the members area, I think about how it's going to help somebody be better at EMS. And that may sound corny, but that makes me feel almost as noble as when I help somebody that's having a heart attack, right? Because me helping a provider that's struggling with something or can't pass an exam or looking to master a subject like EKGs or sepsis or whatever, right? Me helping them do that with what I do inside Turbomedic is going to help them help a patient somewhere. So that sort of nobility, so to speak, is passed on to other people. Guys, I hope this makes sense. Do me a favor, hit the like button for me. Let me know that you're getting some value out of it, that maybe a little bell went off in your head about moving that knowledge needle just a little bit. And you can use your textbook, you can use a field guide, you can use blogs, whatever the case may be. But you know what? You can also use Turbomedic, and I encourage you, go to myturbomedic.com, get yourself a free membership there. Start building your knowledge base a little bit. And if you want to go in and upgrade to a premium member, that'd be cool. I'd love to see you in the premium area as well. But take advantage of the free content. I think you're going to find that even just using the free stuff is going to move your knowledge needle just a little bit and make you better at EMS. Guys, I'm going to end it there. Like I said, do me a favor, punch that little like button for me. Let me know that you like this content, that you're getting a little bit of value out of it. Okay. I mean, you only get so much in 6-7 minutes, right? But I'm hoping you get a little bit of something out of it. All right, guys, that's it for me. Hopefully I'll be on here tomorrow and talk a little bit tomorrow as well about something EMS related, and that you'll get some value out of. Until then, as always, I'm Jim Hoffman from Turbomedic and EMSSCO.com. Stay safe.